There is a deep exhaustion that comes from trying to control everything. The mind races, planning every outcome, replaying every mistake, anticipating every obstacle. It feels like carrying the weight of the world, always on edge, always preparing for what might go wrong. This need for control is not because of weakness. It comes from a place of fear, the fear that if things are not carefully managed, they will fall apart. But what if the opposite is true? What if the very act of surrendering, of loosening the grip, is what allows life to unfold in the most beautiful way? Surrender is not about giving up. It is not about being passive. Surrender is about trust. It is about stepping back and allowing life to flow. The universe is always working in your favor, but when control takes over, it blocks the natural rhythm of life. Imagine trying to force a flower to bloom by pulling its petals open. It wouldn't work. It would only damage the flower. The same thing happens when we try to force life to happen in a certain way, in a certain time frame. But when we trust, when we step back and let life bloom on its own, everything aligns in ways we never imagined. For many, letting go feels impossible. The idea of trusting something unseen feels too risky. But control is an illusion. No matter how much planning or worrying is done, life will always bring the unexpected. The real power lies not in controlling every detail, but in being open to divine guidance. Surrendering to this guidance does not mean being reckless. It means recognizing that there is a higher intelligence at work, one that sees the whole picture, not just the small part we are focused on. Surrender is a choice that must be made every day. It is choosing to believe that even in moments of uncertainty, all is well. It is choosing to replace fear with faith. The heart already knows this truth. The mind only needs to catch up. Whenever doubt creeps in, remind yourself, I trust the universe to guide me with love and wisdom. Let this be a mantra, a reminder that you are never alone. The need for control is deeply rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of not being enough. For many, this fear began in childhood. Perhaps love was conditional, only given when certain expectations were met. Perhaps there was a sense of unpredictability, where things felt out of control, and the only way to feel safe was to try to manage everything. These early experiences shape the way control is held on to as an adult. Even when life is safe, the mind still clings to the old habit of trying to force outcomes. But control is exhausting. It creates tension in the body, stress in the mind, and distance in relationships. It keeps the heart closed off, always scanning for what might go wrong. The irony is that the more control is sought, the more unstable life feels. This is because control is a response to fear, and fear only attracts more fear. When the mind is focused on preventing disaster, it cannot see the blessings unfolding. Letting go does not mean ignoring responsibilities. It means shifting from fear-based action to faith-based action. It means taking steps forward with confidence, knowing that what is meant to be will always find its way. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. But when you loosen your hold, the water rests gently in your palm. Life is the same way. When control is relaxed, life flows more easily. One of the first steps to letting go is recognizing that fear does not have to be in charge. The mind will always present worst-case scenarios, but that does not mean they will happen. It is possible to witness fear without obeying it. When fear arises, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself, I release the need to control. I am safe in the flow of life. Trust that this moment is guiding you exactly where you need to be. Life is not random. There is a divine intelligence working behind the scenes, aligning everything in perfect timing. Sometimes things do not go as planned because something better is waiting. Sometimes what feels like a setback is actually a redirection. But when caught in the moment, it is easy to believe that life is falling apart. It is easy to feel frustrated, lost, or even betrayed by circumstances. This is where faith must be stronger than doubt. Divine orchestration means that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when it doesn't make sense. It means that delays, rejections, and unexpected changes are not obstacles. They are part of the journey. Imagine planting a seed. The seed does not sprout overnight. It goes through a process, germination, growth, expansion, before it blossoms. If someone were to dig up the seed each day to check its progress, they would only disrupt its growth. The same applies to life. When there is constant checking, worrying, or doubting, it interferes with the natural flow. There are times when the universe seems silent, prayers go unanswered, hopes feel ignored. But this is never the case. The universe is always responding, always moving things into place. Just because something is not seen does not mean it is not happening. Often, the most significant changes are happening beneath the surface, preparing the way for something greater. Reflect on moments in the past when things did not go as planned, yet later turned out for the best. Maybe a job opportunity was lost, but it led to something better. Maybe a relationship ended, only to create space for a healthier one. Looking back, the pieces always fit together. Trusting divine orchestration means believing that the same is true for the present and the future. Faith is built in the waiting. It is strengthened in the moments when nothing seems to be happening. When impatience or doubt arises, practice this affirmation. I allow life to unfold with ease and grace. Say it with conviction. Say it until it becomes second nature. The more trust is built, the more life flows effortlessly. There is no need to control. Everything is already working in perfect harmony. The mind and body are not separate. Every thought sends a message to the body, shaping the way it feels and functions. When the mind is filled with worry and control, the body holds on to that tension. Shoulders tighten, the jaw clenches, the stomach feels uneasy. Sleep becomes restless, energy drains faster, and even the heart beats with a sense of urgency. This is because the body reacts to stress as if it is a real physical threat. Imagine being chased by a wild animal. The body would immediately go into survival mode, heart pounding, muscles tensed, breath shallow. But when stress is constant, the body stays in that state, even when no real danger is present. Worrying about the future, replaying past mistakes, or trying to control everything keeps the nervous system in high alert. Over time, this weakens the immune system, disrupts digestion, and creates chronic fatigue. The body is not designed to live in a state of fear. It is designed to flow, to heal, to be at peace. The moment control is surrendered, the body responds. Muscles relax, breath deepens, energy returns. This is because letting go removes resistance. The body is not fighting against life anymore. It is flowing with it. One of the simplest ways to release stress is through conscious breathing. Right now, take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. Now slowly release. As the breath leaves the body, imagine releasing control with it. Every exhale is a reminder that life does not need to be forced. Another way to release resistance is through movement. Walking, stretching, or even gentle swaying helps to remind the body that it is safe. When tension arises, instead of holding on to it, shake it out, stretch it out, breathe it out. Movement resets the nervous system, allowing energy to flow freely again. Whenever the body feels tight, instead of ignoring it, listen to it. It is asking for ease, for softness. It is asking for trust. Speak to it with kindness. As I relax, life works for me. Repeat this until the body responds. The more relaxed the body is, the more open it is to divine guidance. Control comes from wanting to know exactly how something will happen. The mind wants a clear plan, a guarantee, a step-by-step process. But life does not work that way. The how is not meant to be figured out. The universe already has that part covered. The only responsibility is to be clear about the what is truly desired, what is in alignment, what feels right in the heart. Imagine placing an order at a restaurant. After making a request, there is no need to go into the kitchen, micromanaging the chef, questioning every step. There is trust that the meal will be prepared and brought to the table at the right time. The same applies to life. Set the intention, trust the process, and allow it to arrive when the time is right. The mistake many make is in trying to control every detail, thinking that without force, things will not happen. But this creates resistance. It is like trying to push a river upstream. The more force is used, the harder the struggle becomes. Instead, when the focus is on the what, on the vision, the feeling, the end result, the path unfolds naturally. The universe will bring the right opportunities, the right people, the right experiences, all in perfect timing. Shifting focus from the how to the what brings immediate relief. There is no longer a need to overthink or worry. There is only a need to trust. Right now, think of something deeply desired. Instead of focusing on how it will happen, simply affirm, I allow life to unfold with ease and grace. Let this be a reminder that everything is already being arranged. There is no need to interfere. The universe is already at work. Letting go is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. The mind is used to worrying, controlling, holding on. It takes time to rewire those patterns, to develop trust, to relax into the flow of life. This is why daily rituals are so powerful. They create a space to return to trust again and again. One of the most powerful rituals is morning intention setting. The moment the day begins, before any distractions arise, take a moment to speak an intention. Today, I choose to trust. Today, I release control. Today, I allow life to flow. Saying this in the morning sets the tone for the entire day. It plants a seed of surrender, making it easier to navigate whatever comes. Another powerful practice is gratitude journaling. Each evening, take a moment to write down 3 things that worked out unexpectedly. They do not have to be big. Maybe a delayed meeting led to a better conversation. Maybe a missed opportunity opened the door to something greater. The more gratitude is practiced, the more evidence appears that life is always unfolding perfectly. Mirror work is another way to reinforce surrender. Stand in front of a mirror, look into the eyes and say, I am safe in the flow of life. I trust the universe completely. This practice rewires the mind, helping it feel safe enough to let go. In the beginning, it may feel unnatural, but over time, it will become a deep truth. Letting go does not mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means taking inspired action while staying open to unexpected paths. It means following intuition rather than rigid plans. Each day, take one step forward and then allow the rest to unfold. Trust that what is meant for you will never miss you. The more surrender is practiced, the more effortless life becomes. Fear is a habit. It is a pattern created over time, reinforced by past experiences, uncertainty, and the belief that life must be controlled in order to be safe. But just as fear is a habit, so is faith. Faith is not something that only a few special people have. It is something that can be built, practiced, and strengthened every single day. Faith is choosing to trust even when things do not make sense. It is choosing to believe that there is a greater plan, even when it is not visible. When fear rises, the instinct is to tighten up, to panic, to grasp for control. But this is when faith must be stronger. Instead of asking, "What if things go wrong?" ask, "What if things go right?" Instead of assuming disaster, assume divine timing. Instead of clinging to fear, lean into trust. There are countless stories of people who have faced struggles, setbacks, and uncertainty, only to later realize that everything was happening for a reason. Perhaps a door closed, only to push them towards something better. Perhaps a delay protected them from harm. Perhaps an unexpected challenge revealed inner strength they never knew they had. Looking back, it always makes sense. The key is to trust in the present moment, even before the full picture is revealed. Right now, breathe deeply and place a hand on the heart. Speak this truth. I am always supported by the universe. Let it sink in. Let it replace the old habit of fear. Every time doubt arises, return to this affirmation. Let faith become the new habit, the new way of seeing the world. The universe is always communicating, always guiding, always offering signs. But these signs are often subtle, easily missed when the mind is busy worrying or trying to control everything. Learning to recognize these signs is one of the most powerful ways to build trust in divine orchestration. Synchronicities are one of the most common signs. These are the moments when things align in ways that feel too perfect to be a coincidence. Seeing repeating numbers, meeting the right person at the right time, hearing a song that answers a question. These are not random. They are gentle reminders that everything is unfolding as it should. Another sign is when doors close unexpectedly. It may seem like a setback, but often it is a redirection. When something does not work out, it is because something better is being prepared. Instead of seeing closed doors as rejection, see them as protection. Opportunities that come effortlessly are also signs of divine orchestration. When something is truly meant for you, it does not need to be forced. It flows. That does not mean there will never be challenges, but it does mean that the right path will always open up with ease, not struggle. Take a moment to reflect. Has there been a time when life aligned in an unexpected yet perfect way? A time when something seemed to fall apart, only to lead to something even better? These moments are proof that the universe is always at work, arranging things beyond what can be seen. Whenever doubt arises, remember this: I trust the signs that guide me. Everything is happening in divine order. True surrender is full acceptance. It is the understanding that even when things do not go according to plan, they are still going according to purpose. It is trusting that even when life feels uncertain, it is still unfolding in the best possible way. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means releasing resistance. It means no longer fighting against what is, but instead flowing with it. When there is full acceptance, peace follows. The need to overthink disappears. The habit of worrying fades. There is no longer a need to force life to be a certain way, because there is deep knowing that life is already unfolding perfectly. This kind of trust is not built overnight. It takes daily practice. It takes choosing trust over fear, faith over doubt, surrender over control. Each day, when faced with uncertainty, practice saying, "Even when I don't understand, I trust that all is well." Say it until it feels true. Say it until it becomes a natural response. When acceptance is mastered, life becomes lighter. There is no longer a need to hold on so tightly. Instead, there is space to breathe, to relax, to enjoy the present moment. And in that space, miracles unfold. Letting go is not about giving up. It is about choosing to trust. It is about stepping back and allowing life to unfold naturally, without force, without fear. It is about replacing stress with faith, control with surrender, doubt with deep knowing. Right now, in this very moment, a decision can be made. A decision to release the need to control. A decision to trust that everything is already working out. A decision to believe that the universe is always guiding, always supporting, always arranging things for the highest good. Breathe in deeply. Feel the truth of these words. I am open, I am ready, I am trusting. The universe loves me and I am safe. This is the new way of living, a life of ease, a life of flow, a life of deep trust in divine orchestration.